I just played Jazzy Joe, September the 6th, 1962. Jed Gurney.
When Jed was about 1.5 years old, he got strep throat, which turned into rheumatic fever. So my mom ended up rocking him in a rocking chair and reading to him for hours and hours. I think this was the start of his lifelong love of reading. It was not unusual to see him sitting around the house reading the Reader's Digest. I say reading, but I should say looking. He was so young when he was doing that.
I just started reading and I just never stopped. It opened up my world, that's for sure, from Little River to Nebraska. I never went anywhere without a book in my hand. I started with comic books. Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos was my favorite comic book.
He developed a love for comic books. And in one of those, he found an offer that he could get a little microscope. He had to send in so many bazooka bubblegum wrappers. So he sent away and got his microscope. I think this was the beginning of his love of science.
I liked the sciences, I liked the biological sciences, and so I determined in high school that that's what I wanted to be, was a doctor. I got into medical school and I only needed one class in my major to get my degree, and that would have been in zoology. And I was tired of taking those classes. So I ended up not getting a degree, and my mother was really pissed, and I didn't think it really made any difference since, I was going to medical school. So then when I got ready to graduate from medical school, I went to the registrar's office and said, I have a problem. It's that I never got a degree, and my mother has never forgiven me for it. They said, oh, that's no problem. We'll give you a bachelor's degree too. And so I'm probably one of the few people in the world that have a Bachelor of Medicine degree, which in the medical profession means I have a BM degree. In those days, the radiology department had this contest. They would put up unknown cases on a view box, and they had a little, like a suggestion box where you'd write your name and what you thought the diagnosis was. So I just started doing it, and then I had fun trying to figure out, what the abnormalities were on the films and what the diagnosis was.
In his year of internal medicine, he wanted to do something different. Radiology was more academic, and that's where he wanted to be. And he says, I can do this until I'm 80.
So I switched after my first year in internal medicine into radiology.